Start. Can you hear me? Please, everyone can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Today, let's create an easy to AWS easy to account. Let's see how to create an easy to account. Which means AWS account. Just go to your Google Chrome, go to your Google Chrome, and open this. So here, just type on AWS sign. Just type on AWS sign. So you'll be getting one link in order to sign up. So don't go here. Just go for create a new AWS account. Just click on create a new AWS account. If you just click on this site, so it will ask for the email address and the account. It will ask for the email address and the account name. For example, if I am giving my old email address, so actually I already have an account, so I'll try with my old email address. So now the verification code would have been sent to the email address. So whichever email address you want, just enter that email address and then give your username and password, and it can be anything. You can give any username and any password actually. And once done, just click on send the code. So in this, it will be like it's kind of OTP will be sent to your email address. So just so actually I've already having that here as well. Like this, you'll be receiving on code. Just copy this code and just paste it. So then click on verify. So it will ask for the password. So it will ask for the password. Just give any password, like for example, like any password. So it should match the below conditions. If you are following this condition, the tick mark will be clicked over here, so that we are satisfied the each and every conditions which is given in order to set the password. So I just give it. So see here, all 4 ticks mark are highlighted. So that means the condition we are given is satisfied. Also, I'll just enter the same password, then click on continue. Okay. Then the second page, it will prompt in order to ask like whether do you use this AWS for the business purpose or do you want this AWS account for the personal purpose. Just click on this personal purpose. Just click on this personal purpose. Like in your company, in your IT organization, they might choose the business, but as of now, we are they're doing for the personal use. We are just creating for the practice purpose. So just click on this personal and then you can move on. Then give your full name. I'll just give, for example, I just give full name. Then I'll just select the phone number from US to Indian country phone number, and then I'll just enter my phone number as well. Then select the country as India, and there is no not mandatory to in order to like enter the full address and all. Just to keep on Chennai, and you can just put Tamil Nadu and any postal code. But these fields are mandatory. You need to fill these fields. But again, information you don't want to give the complete information. Even if you give the complete information, it is that much secured in AWS. You don't want to bother about like we are giving our address, we are giving our personal details, like it might be safe or not. So AWS is completely secure. No one can steal your information. Even we are giving our credit card, debit card details in the Amazon account for purchasing, right? For purchasing the retail items. If I need some items to purchase in either Amazon or Flipkart, we are entering our card details. We are entering our card details. So we are even providing our personal information to them, right? So information are completely safe with the Amazon. The same Amazon only is developing this web services. That is called AWS is something but Amazon Web Services. So again, you can give your complete address as if you don't want, you can just mention the city name and the state name and just click on this. I have read the terms and condition. Now click on step 2. Again.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So your voice is echoing. So
1 minute.
is it for me or for everyone else?
Please others will feel it before.
Recording now.
This is it fine now.
Yes, bro. It's better now.
Okay. So next step is you will ask for the credit card or a debit card number. So again, you can provide even your debit card number or you can provide even your credit card numbers. So it does not bother. And again, this information is also completely safe. And again, we are using the trial version only. You don't be charged anything, but you will be charged first time. You'll be charging 2 rupees. From AWS, from your credit card or debit card, you will be charged initially 2 rupees from your credit card and again or debit card, and again within the 2 days time frame, they will be refunded. They will be refunded back to your credit card or debit card. You don't need to bother. That 2 rupees also will be refunded to your credit card or debit card. So, but initially, while creating an account, you'll be charged 2 rupees. So don't get panic and also it's just a normal process. So just they'll be charging you 2 rupees. After 2 days, you'll be again getting back the 2 rupees just for the verification purpose. So just enter your credit card details, expiry date, and card holder's name, and select your thing. And again, if you want, you can give your PAN number. If you don't want, you can just click on no. And again, giving your PAN number also doesn't going to affect anything. It is again completely secure. If you don't want, just click on no and then click on verify and continue. You'll be directly prompted to create an AWS account. Since I already have the AWS account, I'll just log in directly. So once we create an account, this page again will be displayed. Here you need to, there will be a 2 user, root user and IAM user. As of now, don't bother about the IAM user, that I will be taking a separate topic as for more than 2 days. So just click on this root user. Root user is nothing but like administrator user, like admin level access we have, that user will be called as root user. So just put your email address and just log in with here. So when you log in the first time, so this page will be displayed. Again, you will not be seeing this recently visited information and all, because since I already recently visited these services from EC2, it is displaying here. For you, it is the first time you are going to log in, so you will not be seeing anything. Just an empty blank page. This console home will be listed out. Again, I'm not going to go deep into the services today. I'm going to explain about the regions and the availability zones and the edge location. So first, let's see here. There is one option called, see here, there is one drop down. Like here, your account information. There is an account ID. If someone asks you what's your account ID, just click on this copy and give your account ID details. You can set the organization. You can set the, like there is one concept called billing dashboard. So we can also manage or set the alerts as well. So for example, if your thing is closing now, see here, this is my current month forecast, how much I am using, what is my like level of usage, what is the amount will be charged, everything will be displayed in here. billing dashboard. Again, we don't want to bother. Again, we are using the trial version. In your company, they will be checking you how much this month charge has been and how much data has been used and what is the cost, and every details will be given by the AWS report itself. You don't need to manually create some separate report and all. Every detail will be given over here in this management. Again, you can set the alerts as well. For example, if your AWS account, right, it will be expired in 1 year actually. The free trial version which you have created, right, the expired date is around 1 year, which means like 1 year, but they have some hours limitation. Like they will be having like 750 hours. They have given you 750 hours of AWS account, which means not an account, the services. How much services you are using, how many hours you are using these services. Based upon that, you will be charged. It is a paper usage again. So it is a paper usage. You will be charging. It is a paper usage. How much hours you are going to use that service, that hour only you are going to pay. So which means, again, I will explain in Tamil as well. So நம்ம எவ்வளவு யூஸ் பண்றோமோ அதுக்கான சார்ஜஸ் மட்டும் பே பண்ணாலே போதும். அதை தாண்டி எனக்கு எதுவும் வெளியில பே பண்ணணும் எந்த அவசியமே கிடையாது. So whatever we are going to use, that charges or that hours will be calculated in this 750 hours. Once this 750 hours has been completed, you will be charged separately. You will be charged. You will be charged on your credit card. Again, without your permission, they won't take the amount from your credit card or debit card. They will be prompting you to pay account, or they will be locking your account. Since my account has been already, since I have used more than 750 hours, my account has been already locked. They asked me to pay around 27,000, but still I don't want to pay 27,000 and all in order to get back this account. I have used another email address and created the account. So like I will say how to save this hours and all. Initially, like I have practiced more so that my 750 hours has been like exceeded. So, but I will say how to save these times and all while using this. As of now, your free trial version is considered to be used for 750 hours. You can use for more than a year actually. If you regularly optimize your hours and all, you can use more than 1 year actually. So again, I'm not going to bother about this. Here there is one drop down called North Virginia, N Virginia. If I just mouse over on this, I'm getting one pop-up like regions. If I just mouse over on this, I'm getting one pop-up called regions. So what is mean by region? Next question. For the first topic which you are going to see in AWS is what is mean by this regions. Regions is nothing but it is a geographical location. Regions is nothing but it is a geographical location. It's just a location. Where you are located, you are in Chennai. Where you are located, you are in Hyderabad. Where you are located, you are in Bangalore. So just a location. The region is nothing but a location. I am locating in Asia. I am locating in US. I am locating in Europe. I am locating in Australia. I am locating in Singapore. So everything is a region. Everything is a location. Everything is a geographical location. So region is nothing but a geographical location. Region is nothing but a geographical location. Where your server, yesterday we have seen, right, what is meant by data center? The collection of servers, it is called data center. We have n number of servers in the data centers. So AWS will have this servers under the region. For example, if I want to select the North Virginia, see here, the code is US-East-1. If you want to select Ohio, North California, we have different regions in AWS. See here, in Mumbai we have Asia, in Mumbai we have Osaka, we have Seoul, we have Singapore, we have Tokyo, we have Sydney, we have, and again Canada we have, and European countries we have like London, Paris, Stockholm, and South America also we have. Like see here, some of the regions are restricted. That is a paid account. See here, there is also one region in Hyderabad as well. But we need to pay for this services. We need to pay for this region in order to use. But organization, for the IT companies, these regions will be enabled. For our practice purpose, these regions are restricted because it is a paid services. For this, for our practice purpose, they are given a number of regions. As of now, according to current trend, AWS have around 33 regions. AWS has around 33 regions. Regions is nothing but where our data centers is located. Regions is nothing but where the data centers is located. But I cannot say, see, this in North Virginia, I cannot say where our data center is located. In Mumbai, I cannot say where our data center is located. Again, there is no confirmation that even AWS people doesn't know where is the data centers. Even AWS people also will not know where is the data centers. Only the higher authority peoples, only the higher management peoples will know where is the data center has been constructed in Mumbai. Even we are not sure whether the data centers is available in Mumbai or not. They are just given in Asia specific Mumbai, which means in India, like we might have data centers in Chennai, we might have data centers in Hyderabad, we might have data centers in Bangalore, but they given us Asia specific Mumbai. We are not sure where the data center is available. We are not sure, even the AWS people not sure where the data centers has been constructed and where the data centers are available. That much secure, this AWS is securing the data center. That much of security is given to the data centers. Only the higher management people in the AWS will know where this data centers are located, will know where this availability zones. Next topic I'm going to come about availability zones. At that time I will explain what is meant by availability zone. As of now, just consider we have around 33 regions in AWS. As of now, we are around 33 regions in AWS. So I just go for see here. So we can just see where are the in Asia Pacific, where are the regions are available. See, we have one in Mumbai, which is launched in 2016. See here that Mumbai has 3 availability zones. I will come to availability zones later. And next see here, we have in Hyderabad, and Hyderabad also launched recently. Last year only, there is a region launched in Hyderabad, and it is of 3 availability zones. Other than like we have in Ningxia, and also we have in Beijing, and we have in Tokyo, and we have in Osaka, and see here we have in Hong Kong. This red color is nothing but it is coming soon. They are constructing one more region which is in Thailand. They are constructing one more region which is in Thailand. See here, Singapore has 3 availability zone, Tokyo has 4 availability zone. The first one they have launched in Singapore only. They have launched in 2010. The first one we have launched in 2010. Okay. So the region we know is nothing but a geographical location. So next point is each region has multiple availability zones. Each region has the multiple availability zones. Over region multiple availability zones. A region is nothing but a geographical location. I have said, and I solid region is nothing but a geographical location. And under region multiple availability zones. Over region multiple availability zones. Each region might have different availability zones, multiple availability zones. So my next question is, what is meant by availability zone? We know what is meant by region. We have said like each region have multiple availability zones, and we are going to now cover what is meant by availability zone. Availability zone is nothing but a data center location. Availability is nothing but it is a data center location. Availability zone is nothing but it is a data center location. So here every region might have different availability zone. I cannot confirm, like in Mumbai we have only in like in Mumbai, see here as we seen here, Mumbai itself having 3 availability zone, but no one knows where this 3 availability zone is located. No one knows where these 3 availability zones are located. No one knows the location of the availability zone. Even the AWS people, also doesn't know where the availability zone is located. AWS people only the higher authority people knows where this availability zone is located. They might say in Mumbai, but the availability zone might be in Chennai also. Availability zone might be in Bangalore as well. Availability zone might be in some other states as well. So we are not sure where the availability zones is located. We are not sure where the availability zones are located. But availability zone is nothing but it is a geographical location. Availability zone is nothing but it is a data center location where each availability zone We are not sure where it has been located, and it is more secure. It is more secure. Why it is become more secure? Because our whole data is going to be in this data center location. Our whole data, every customer's information, every client information, every IT organization will be going to stored in this data center location. If I share openly this data center location, there might be my business opposition team also will be there. There might be some like peoples who like to destroy our company, who like to given like a bad name to our company. So they might do something. They might destroy something. They like are often like there might be some natural calamities as well. That might be a earthquake or there might be a flood. So like even for example, there might be a flood in Bangalore. There is a flood in Bangalore, but this availability zone is in some other place. But because of this flood, there might be a fake news, might be like spreaded over the internet, like Amazon availability zone has been completely affected. If some news spread like that, right? The whole market, the whole share, whole thing, everything will be down for the AWS. Again, it has not been affected. Some fake news might get affected, might get spoil their business, might spoil their share as well. So because of this reason, and because of the sensitive information which we get from the customers, or if we get from the organization, it is completely secure. In the location, யாருக்குமே எங்க இருக்குன்னு யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. Only the AWS people will know where this location has been located. Only the AWS people, higher authority people, even normal peoples or normal like normal employees doesn't know. Even AWS backend support team doesn't know where this data centers is available, where this availability zones are located in particular region. They might not know where this is located. See here. So we have seen, we have see here, every region has at least 3 availability zone. Beijing has 3 availability zone, Hong Kong, Jakarta, Mumbai has 3 availability zone, Seoul 4 availability zones, Singapore 3, Tokyo 4. So minimum 3 availability zone has been located in each and every region. Every region. Okay. So 1 minute. See here. As of now, there are 31 launch region and 2 more is coming. So that is why I said 33 regions. See here, as of now, there are 99 availability zones. As of now, there are 99 availability zones, which means 31 region as totally, they have 99 availability zones. 31 region, 99 availability zones they are holding. They are holding 99 availability zones. And again, one more thing I would like to add over here. So each availability zone is independent. Each availability zone is independent to each other. Each availability zone is independent. Each availability zone is independent to each other. Let's see an example. So this is my region. This is my region. Consider this region is Mumbai. Consider this region is Mumbai, which is Asia, Mumbai. So as I already said, each region has different availability zone. Each region has different availability zone. This is one availability zone. This is one availability zone. This is one availability zone. Let's consider it is availability zone 1. Let's consider this is availability zone 2. Let's consider this is availability zone. I said already, each region has at least or minimum 3 availability zone. See here, Asia specific is holding 3 availability zone. Maybe I am not sure. We are not sure. This availability zone is all 3 availability zone is in Mumbai. Also, we are not sure. This availability zone in maybe in Hyderabad. This might be in Mumbai. This might be in Chennai, or this might be in Bangalore. We are not sure where this availability zones are located. We are not sure where this availability zones are located. So each region, there might be one more region. There might be one more region. Consider this region is I can say it is a US North Virginia. I can say it is a US North Virginia. So this region also may have different availability zone. Like there are 3 availability zones here. Some might have 4 availability zones are there. So in North Virginia, we have 4 availability zones, and we are not sure. This 4 availability zone only in North Virginia, we are not sure. There might be in some other locations as well that we are not able to identify, and we are not able to confirm where this availability zones and the data centers are located. I have added one more point here. Each availability zone is independent to each other. Each availability zone is independent to each other. What is independent? See, in Mumbai itself, I have 3 availability zones. So the data which is in yet like availability zone 1 will not be shared to availability zone 2. The data will be which is in availability zone 2 will not be shared to availability zone 3 and availability zone 1. The data which is available in availability zone 3 will not be shared to availability zone 2 and availability zone 1. So everything is independent. They are not dependent. This is separate availability zone. This is separate availability zone. This is separate availability zone. They are not connected to each other. They are not connected to each other, and they are not dependent to each other. They are independent. It will be working separately, independently. This availability zone will be working independently. This availability zone will be working independently. So they are not dependent. They are independent of each other. Some in interview point of view, they might ask, like, thus availability zones is dependent to each other. No, you need to say no. Each availability zone will act independently, and they are not dependent on each other. They are not connected together. So you need to say one more point over here. Finally, I need to add one more point. Like every region has availability zones, right? Like every region has the availability zone. So now I'll take another example. Let's take one more example. For example, I'm developing one new app. For example, I'm developing one new app. Let's take I'm developing an app for Oranium Tech. So the customers might be only in India. The customers might be in only from India. Okay, so the Oranium Tech students are the website I'm going to develop, right? So what this website will be used by only the Indian peoples, only the Indian peoples. Okay, but the developers, like let's take one more example. Okay. I'm going to develop not an Oranium Tech app. I'm not going to develop one Facebook application. So Facebook application, it is being developed from India. Facebook application, the developers are from India. The developers are from Indian region. Okay, developers are from India. But customers using this Facebook app, right, are in US. Customers using this Facebook application, right? They are in US. Now, we need to select the Indian region, or I need to select the US region. Now, if Indian region select pananuma, or I need to select the US region for this particular application.
US region.
US region. Yeah. Why? Because the customers are in US only. Customers only going to use this application. Customers are in US, so we need to choose the customer location. We are not going to choose the developer location. We are not going to use the developer location. We are going only to focus upon customer location, because customer is going to use this application. So even if you choose the Indian location, see here. Okay, let's see. Let's have this as well. This is my new application. So let's consider this is my FP application, and developer are from India. Developers are from India. Okay, developers are from India. Now, if I choose the US region, definitely the latency will be low. The latency will be low. Then what is mean by latency? Latency is nothing but a distance. Just remember, latency is nothing but a distance. If you have less distance, again the speed will be very high. See, let's consider we have a Wi-Fi in our home. So if you sit near the Wi-Fi, again the speed will be very high. If you go out of the room, or if you go 2 rooms behind that, again the Wi-Fi connection will be like very slow, because the signal need to be traversed over here. By the same way, if you choose the nearby location, which is the US location, again, you might get the latency is low actually. So the speed will be very good for you. Again, there is no restriction to the use the US location and all. If we use the Indian location, which is in Asia, Mumbai location, here latency is high. Our website performance will be very slow. Because of this latency high, our website performance will be very slow. So based upon that, we'll be choosing the region. So if someone has how you will choose the region, it depends upon how much of customers in located in that particular region. If in US we have like our main focus to develop this application for the US customer, we need to select the region in US itself. Even though the development team, testing team, deployment team, every team is in India or in any other country, you need to focus upon the customer's region, not the developer's region. Okay, this is our first example. I have one more question. This is our first example. Let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. Again, I have an e-commerce site, which is a retail site, which is Amazon. I'm going to develop this Amazon application. So this Amazon application, consider it is using in India, it is using in like US, and also it is using in Canada as well. It is using in Canada. Now, on what basis the server, the region will be chosen? On what basis? Like here, we are like US people's only using this application, so we have selected the US region. But here, Indian people's also is using the Amazon. US people's also is using the Amazon. Canadian people's also is using this Amazon. Then how to choose the region over here? We cannot select 3 different regions and all. There is only one region you need to select. You need to select only one server, which is in which region you need to decide. On what basis we can decide?
We need to select the nearby region.
Like we need to select the nearby region in the sense you are saying the middle of every country.
Yeah, for everything.
Okay. So
due to the latency.
Correct. So what, but like again, what is AWS is thinking, right? They will be focusing. They'll be focusing. For example, in India, there are around 1,000 customers. Let's take in India, there are around 1,000 customers. And again, in US, we have around 10,000 customers. And in Canada, we have 5,000 customers. Now, we need to select the region on like based upon the customers count. If US has most customer count, again, we need to select the region in US one. Again, we need to select the region in US because customers like AWS is focusing upon most customers, where the most customers is available for this particular application. So in this case, we need to select the US region because there are more customers available in the US region. So they will be highly focusing for the US region. And again, for speed wise, performance wise, US will be receiving good speed. But
so can you change the regions later? Like if suppose I'm choosing US for now, can I change to Canada later?
No. Like initially itself, we need to choose only one server we are going to host. But again, this issue will be like again, it will be reflected in the third concept, which I'm going to say now. So like only one server you need to select at the initial stage itself, your organization would have been chosen in which region we are going to focus. Like if this issue occurs, they will be again focusing upon the customer's count only. Okay.
So we can, so there can be only one region, but we can have multiple AZs in that region. Like I can take.
Yeah, we can have multiple regions. In USA itself, we can have multiple availability zones. That is not an issue, but region is only one.
Okay.
You can share the data across multiple regions. Even I said each availability zone is independent to each other, but we can share the data. Right. You can have this data in availability zone and by using one feature, not AWS directly providing, as I already said, it is independent to each other. And we have AWS is giving one feature, which is services in order to connect between these availability zones. Defaultly, they are working independently. But if you want, they are giving some option to connect as well. Because if you are hosting in this availability zone, if your data has been hosted over in this availability zone, because of any earthquake or because of any other disaster, if this availability zone crashes, what will happen? Your entire data will be lost, right? So for that reason, organization, like bigger companies, will have a backup on the other availability zones as well. They would have a backup in availability zone 2. The same data will have a backup in availability zone 3. Even if there is any like network, there is no network coming from this because of any earthquake or any like disaster. There is no signal we are getting from this availability zone. Immediately the backup will be coming from the availability zone 2 or the availability zone 3. Our data is secure enough. That is why we are moving into AWS, because of more secure, and your data will never be lost in AWS. Okay. So here we will be selecting based upon the based upon the customers count. Again, US will be receiving a good performance actually, and again based upon the like nearby US we have a Canada, so again they also will receive the good performance. But Indian, we might again get some slow performance because of the latency, because of the distance. Okay, but what happened, right? Everyone is paying the same amount of money. Even Indian people like spending the same amount of money. US people spending the same amount of money, and Canadian people spending the same amount of money. Then why US people alone should receive the good speed when compared to Indian and Canadian? So this is the next question. So this is what the issue they have faced in the next time. Okay. Now I will give one more example. Let's see how to resolve this later. How to resolve this later we can see here. Okay. So now I am having one more application. So let's consider we are having Netflix. Let's consider we are hosting Netflix. Okay. This is used by Indian peoples, also you can say Canadian peoples. Again, in Canadian, they are using more than 5,000 people, and Indian, they are using 2,000 people. Now, which region we will be selecting? Now, which region we will be selecting?
Canada.
Canada. Obviously, we will be choosing the Canada region. Okay, this week. Let's consider, again, I will put one more example. Let's consider here, Indian are using more than 10,000, but Canadian people's only 5,000. Now, which region will be choosing?
India.
Indian, obviously, Indian region. But there is one restriction from Canadian government. There is one restriction from Canadian government that our people data should not be shared to the Indian server, should not be shared to other countries' server. Other countries' server. Again, every government will not be giving this restriction. There might be some government, they might do some restriction. At this time, there is no other go. We need to go for Canadian region. We need to choose the Canadian region. We cannot choose the Indian region because their government has been restricted. We cannot do anything in opposing to their government. Actually, if the government says we should not share the data to the other country's server, definitely we should not share. And again, even if there are 10,000 people in Indian customers, there are less number of people in Canadian, but since because of the Canadian government restriction, we should not choose the Indian server. In this case, we need to choose the Canadian region. So this is one restriction. So, but after this only the one issue has been raised. What is the issue is about? Like we are also paying the same amount of like as the Canadian peoples pay in order to watch some movies, in order to or like watch the series as well. But why we are receiving the low performance when compared to Canadian peoples? Here, Canadian peoples will be receiving good speed. When we choose the Canadian region, the video will be in good feed and the audio and video quality will be very high. But Indian peoples, we might get a slow or any buffering in the videos, we might get a slow latency. So, in order to resolve this, there is one concept called edge location. In order to resolve this, there is one concept called edge location. And again, each availability zone has different or multiple edge locations. Each availability zone has multiple edge locations. Each region has multiple availability zone. Each multiple has multiple edge location. So that is what the concept is. Region, availability zone, and the edge location. Each region has multiple availability zones, and each availability zones has multiple regions. So like we have multiple regions over here. Okay, so why edge location? And what is mean by edge location? See here, if you come here, here there is one thing called AWS edge location. There is an edge location in Bangalore. There is an edge location even in Chennai, China, like different edge locations we have. Then what is mean by edge location? And what is mean by edge location? Okay. Here. So this is our application. Let's consider this is our Netflix application. This is our Netflix application. Netflix are being used in Indian peoples. Netflix are being used by American as well as Netflix are used by Canadian peoples. Okay. So as I already said, we need to choose the region based upon the customer count. If Indian peoples are using more Netflix application, we need to choose the region as Indian or Mumbai. If Canadian peoples are using more Netflix application, we need to choose Canadian region. We need to choose US region if US people is using high. Okay. Now I have choose the US region. I have chosen the this region is an US region. I can say it is a North Virginia, and this is an Canada region, and this is an Asia Mumbai region. Okay, this is the Asia region. As I already said, each region has multiple availability zone. As I already said, each region has multiple availability zone. So let's take every region has 3 availability zone. US has 3, and Canada has 3. Indian has 3 availability zone. We have already chosen. Region as US. Under this, I have chosen the under this. Already chosen availability zone 1 from North Virginia. I've already chosen availability zone 1 from North Virginia. And again, we cannot choose the availability zone. You will be just choosing the region alone. Availability zone will be automatically allocated by the AWS people. You don't need to bother. As of now, Netflix has been allocated to North Virginia availability zone 1. Okay. Now everyone are paying the same amount. US people will receive the good amount of speed. Canadian people, when compared to US, they will receive less amount, but again, they are also near to the US region. They might also get some speed. But again, we are far away from US. We are getting the slow latency. We are getting the slow speed when compared to other country peoples. So in order to resolve this, they have brought one concept called edge location. So each availability zones has edge location. Each availability zones has edge location. Then what is meant by edge location? Edge location? Edge location is nothing but it will catch your data. There is one concept called catching. Catching is nothing but even in your browser, some data will be catched for future purpose. See here, if I just put Ctrl+Shift delete, see here, catched image generate files, which means first time you are entering the password. So you are entering the password. If you want to log in the Facebook, right? Or if you are logging into Gmail as well. First time alone, we will be entering the username and the password. Next time, the username and password will be catched over here. You don't need to log in again and again. The data will be catched over in your local availability zone or local machine, so that you don't want to re-enter the username and the password availability zone. You might have noticed the first time when we open the browser, right? Whenever if you log into a system, first time when you click on this browser, the browser will be loaded slowly. if you just close and like reopen the browser, it will be loaded very speed actually. Why? Because the first time the browser will take some time to configure the changes, or in order to configure the browser, it will take some time. It will load all the dependencies at the backend. That we does not know what is happening in the backend, but it will load all the dependencies in the backend. It will do all some necessary configuration. Then only the browser window will be open. The first time itself, it will do all the configuration. Next time, if you open, right, all will be cached. It will not again do all the configuration and all. That is why the first time is speed. Even right, if I go for Amazon.in, even if I choose the Amazon.in, first time definitely it will take some time in order to load all the images and the videos and every links it will take some time to load. But if I again choose the Amazon.in, if I again choose the Amazon.in, it will be like all the data will be cached again. It will not hit back from the server. For example, now first time I'll just click on search for on mobile. When you click this, first time it will go back to the server. When I click this, first time from Mumbai, if from Indian region, Indian peoples, first time the Indian peoples will be hitting the US server and will be getting back the data, and will be getting back the data. Second time, if you again choose this, right, you don't want to go to that US region at all. Every data will be stored in this cached location itself. From there, you can retrieve the data. Again, it will improve the it will improve the speed of your application. It won't go back to the US server and get the data. That information will be cached in your local machine. So you don't want to go and hit that US server. The data will be hitting from the edge location itself. So again, the speed will be increased. Again, if you follow this, right, every customers will be getting the same speed. Even if you are choosing the US region, does not bother. We'll be getting the same speed from the edge location. Even if you are choosing the Canadian region, we don't need to bother. We'll be getting the same speed, even if you are in India as well as in US. So edge location is nothing but it will catch your data in order to increase the application performance. In order to increase the application performance. In order to increase the application performance. So as of now, each region has different availability zone. So each availability zones has multiple region. And region is nothing but in order to connect for region is nothing but it will catch your data. Region is nothing but it will catch your data in order to increase the application performance. In order to increase the application performance. Is any doubt in region availability zone and edge locations?
So the edge location increase the application performance. Sir.
For example, நீங்க இங்க என்ன ரீஜனை சூஸ் பண்றீங்க? நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் வந்து யுஎஸ் ரீஜனை ஆல்ரெடி we have chosen, கரெக்ட்டா?
ஓகே சார்.
இப்ப நம்ம வந்து இந்தியால இருந்து நான் நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணனும் அப்படினா I need to go and hit this US region, correct?
ஓகே சார்.
So every time நான் first time hit பண்ணும்போதே நான் எல்லா டேட்டாவை என்ன பண்ணிடுவேன் அப்படினா கேட்சில ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சிருவேன். எட்ஜ் லொகேஷன்ல ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சிருவேன். அப்போ செகண்ட் டைம் நீங்க ஏதாவது ஒரு படம் பாக்குறீங்க, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இன்னைக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு லைக் துணிவு படம் பாக்குறீங்கன்னு வெச்சுக்கலாம். லெட்ஸ் see we are watching the துணிவு film. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் நீங்க லோட் பண்ணும்போது அது எங்க இருந்து லோட் ஆகுது? யுஎஸ் சர்வர்ல இருந்து லோட் ஆகுது. நீங்க ரெண்டாவது வாட்டி அந்த படம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா அது யுஎஸ் சர்வர்ல இருந்து லோட் ஆகுது. உங்க எட்ஜ் லொகேஷன்ஸ் இருந்து லோட் ஆகுது. அப்பனா என்ன ஆகும் அப்படினா ஸ்பீட் அதிகமாயிடும். அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் லோட் ஆச்சுல அந்த டைம் ஆகாது. செகண்ட் டைம் நமக்கு ஸ்பீடா இருக்கும் அந்த லைக் மூவி.
சார் அப்ப எட்ஜ் லொகேஷன் வந்து யூஎஸ்ல இருந்து வருமா இல்ல மும்பைல
நம்ம லொகேஷன்லயே இருக்கும், பக்கத்துலயே இருக்கும். உங்களுடைய லோக்கல்லே இருக்கும். அதான் இங்க பாருங்க நமக்கு ரீஜன் வந்து see here we have a region only in Mumbai location, but see edge location பெங்களூர்ல இருக்கு, சென்னையில கூட இருக்கு edge location. நம்மளால சொல்ல முடியாது எங்க இருக்குன்னு நமக்கு தெரியாது. see மும்பைல வச்சிருக்காங்க, இந்தியாலயே நியூ டெல்லில வச்சிருக்காங்க, கொல்கத்தால வச்சிருக்காங்க. எங்கெங்க edge locations இருக்கு we also doesn't know. see here in Hyderabad also we have the edge location. Okay, yeah. அப்ப edge location எதுக்கு அப்படினா உங்க டேட்டாவை கேட்ச் பண்ணி ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. இப்போ just take an example. In YouTube, right? Like you have an option called download the video. So even if you don't have the network, even if you don't have the internet, you can download that video, right? You can download and watch that video later, right? அப்போ உங்களுக்கு நெட்டே இல்லாம அந்த வீடியோ டவுன்லோட் ஆகுது. தட் இஸ் a simple example for edge location. நீங்க அதை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு லேட்டரா பாக்குறீங்க, அகைன் சேம் ஸ்பீட்லயே உங்களுக்கு கனெக்ட் ஆக போகுது. கரெக்ட்டா?
ஓகே சார்.
அப்போ that is an example for edge location. We are catching or we are downloading all the necessary data at the earlier stage and we are using it for the later purpose. Guys, any
Okay,
doubt?
sir.
Okay, others, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir, I'm good.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, guys. Before coming to the next session, create one AWS account. Again, if you face any issues in creating the AWS account, just ping me in the group, or you can ping me directly over my number as well. And you can just ping me, I'll help you out. And before creating, please create the AWS account and come back to tomorrow's session. Let's connect tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks.